Check, check, check. We live, baby. StreamSpace. We in the building.
Check, check.
Yeah. Saturday morning. We got first of all, we got exclusive collaboration. Merch is in the building, y'all. Yes, sir.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, out here. And our special guest, Nate Davies.
What up, everybody?
What's going on, Nate?
Chilling. Seeing what we're gonna get into, man.
Yeah, man. For y'all that don't know, Nate is a professional MMA fighter. Is that the correct way to say it?
Yep.
Professional MMA fighter. Yeah. And it was dope enough to see his first debut fight recently. What was that, about a month ago?
December 16th.
December 16th. How many fights did you have in the amateurs?
11.
11 fights.
Yep. 7-4. Should have been 8-3, but whatever.
Yeah. You said 8-4?
7-4.
7-4.
Should have been 8-3, but
okay.
Every great fighting career has one of those.
Yep, for sure.
That's what's up, though, man. So let's just kind of start at the beginning a little bit. You know, let's talk about early Nate. You know, young Nate as a fighter. You know, was there something that inspired you early on? Did you was MMA already like fully a thing when you were a teenager, like younger?
I mean, it was early UFC. So like when I started getting into like watching UFC, my cousin Paul turned me on to it. I just dropped baseball, and I went to a fight show, Canton Civic Center, ironically, where I made my pro debut.
Full circle. That's crazy.
Yeah. So watched a fight show there. One of the fights there that night was actually my old coach, Terry Blackwell, and I don't know, I bought a pair of gloves. I remember my buddy John. He's like, "What are you gonna do with those things, man? You'll never wear those things. Why are you gonna get them?" And guess what, buddy? I did. So there's where we're at now. So yeah, that's what got me into it. I mean, that was early days. I was like Chuck Tito too. You know what I mean? I can't even think of all the. I mean, Randy Couture was just big on the scene and all that, and just started watching that and get hooked into it. So that's about the time I got into it.
There you go. And then, how long does it take from when you're kind of first getting into it until you found like a gym? You know, like, you know, I'm gonna take this serious. I'm gonna maybe find a home gym, maybe start getting official training.
So I'm with Route 250 right now.
Okay.
My first gym I ever went to was Victory MMA in Canton, Ohio. And, I mean, you look for a minute because you don't know. I mean, especially if you're new, like, you don't know what you're getting into. So you're like,
right. What
one's right? What do I do this? So I settled with Victory, which was closer to home. And, it wasn't a hard decision, like, whenever you get into it, because you don't really know until you start doing it anyway. So it's just like, all right, well, here's a spot. Let's try this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get your cuss on this thing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you get your ass kicked for like the first like month and a half, 2 months, and then you're like, okay, I'm getting a little better. And then you get your ass kicked for another 6 months, and then by like a year, you're able to do something a little bit. But
yeah. Now, you say you didn't wrestle? There was nothing before this, like with combat sports, like never like karate, nothing like that.
So I started training whenever I was 15.
Okay.
And I mean, so I was still in school technically.
Got you.
And they have wrestling. So if you're in a gym, you got wrestling, you got grappling, you got striking. Like, so yeah. No, I didn't wrestle for a high school team or nothing. But
okay. Yeah.
But at the same time, you're wrestling plenty of dudes in the gym that are, you know, good. So
that's what's up though. So now, I guess you've started to come into your own. You started to kind of build your own style. Out of those three that you just said, what did you kind of, you know, take on the most?
Jiu-jitsu and grappling, honestly. So that's what I like most. And I started in grappling, so that was definitely, that's where I would say.
And is that like what's the difference between grappling and like wrestling? Because I guess I really don't know grappling specifically, like what that really means.
So wrestling, like your typical high school, like college wrestling, is takedowns. I mean, try to pin them, you try to point them, you know what I mean? Whereas grappling for mixed martial arts is like, yeah, you're going to wrestle, but you're also going to look to get subs. You're going to look to get arm bars, chokes, leg locks, whatever.
Like an extended version of wrestling, you would say you implement the tactics of wrestling, but then you're also looking for like chokes, arm bars, things like that. So you're
right.
Yeah, just an extended form.
Right.
In a way.
Yeah, so basically grappling is just fighting without punching each other. Really, you know what I mean?
Right,
So
Right.
because how's the fight start? You're on your feet. You punch each other. You kick each other. Then if it's a grappling match, then you're gonna be wrestling, looking for the same subs. Just you can punch while you're on the ground in a fight, but not in just grappling.
Right.
So
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's so many fight styles, you know. So it's interesting to see, what's kind of like your base, like coming from boxing, like orthodox or southpaw, like what's like the foundation of like a fighter. It could be so many ways, I think, with MMA though, because there's so many styles.
yeah, and good fighters will be able to be orthodox or southpaw. So like you know what I mean. So if your leg gets hurt, you're gonna hide your leg and go the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Is that like something that you kind of fall into? Like, let's say you were like starting to, I guess, train a fighter, and you had to. Could you notice just from his stance, like, yeah, he's that type of fighter, or do you like encourage a style on somebody?
I wouldn't say I encourage a style on somebody. Like, if you're gonna coach somebody, which have like, you have to know what they're comfortable with in a way.
Yeah.
So, like, if he's a wrestling kid out of high school, right, or college or whatever, then I know he's gonna be geared towards wrestling. He's probably gonna need to pick up more on his striking, his submissions,
Yeah.
and all that. But and then sharpen whatever is there.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say. I'd say you just gotta let those skills grow and give them the best knowledge you can. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's cool though.
Yeah, I was into music, so I never really did any other combat sports. I didn't play any sports actually. Did you play sports?
Yeah. I mean, I played baseball, basketball, like grade school level.
Yeah.
Never into high school or anything.
Yeah. What's the aspect of like team sports with being a fighter? Because I think sometimes we think it's not like a team sport, but I know you have a team behind you.
for sure. Right now, like I said, my current team is Route 250. Very solid dudes. We got my coach is fighting in a week. Andrew, shout out to you, fighting in a week. Yep.
Okay. Hey, shout out to the coach.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
coach not playing.
let's
no
go.
game.
right. So he's fighting in a week's time. We got two very good pros with us. We got Rogan Andrus and Hunter Watt, and very talented amateurs like Garrett Hirschberger and a lot of other dudes down there. So that's my team behind me, and dude, it takes them. It takes them to get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
You want to be pushed, and those dudes are gonna do it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
very happy.
what's that camp look like leading up to a fight? How much time in advance do you usually give yourself?
Everybody has their preference, man. But for me, it's always been 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yep. So sometimes 10, just because I'm like extra with it a little bit, I guess. But yeah, 8 weeks. But I mean, you could take if you get a call and on a 5 week notice, and it's the right fight, and you're in good shape, then yeah, do it. You know.
Have you done something that close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 or 5 weeks. That seems. I mean, I'm just thinking about in my head right now. If I had to, like, you got 5 weeks to fight somebody. Like,
That's quick.
fuck. I mean, I guess like you said though, if you're already ready and you don't got to get ready, in terms of like you said, you're still running, you're still lifting, you're still conditioning, you're still practicing. Maybe 5 weeks don't scare you, but maybe you're in that period where you had your time off, you kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know, 5 weeks could seem like a lot.
I mean, yeah, that's why you need to stay in shape, stay ready.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And then going back to what we were talking about before, you said your schedule is 4 to 6 days a week, right?
Yep, 4 to 6 days a week. Typically, unless I'm getting 5 or 6, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? There's weeks when I get 4, but and then, like I said, sometimes picking up something extra. Like if you want to, like go run 6 mile.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were talking earlier, and I know every fight camp, like I at least got to hit 2 runs of 6 miles in a time that I like. And I think it's more of a mental thing for me because, like, if I hit 6 in the right time, for me, I feel like, okay, I'm in shape, I'm ready. Plus, all the others, the CrossFits, the sparring, everything else.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's probably a me preference, the 6 miles thing. But running is crucial, too. If you're not training, like, you should at least be running.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, there's a lot of, not only your endurance, but, you can kill some calories and, stay slim and fit with running.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Are you still picking up like moves? Like, is there still moves? I know it's not like skateboarding, right? You know, like I gotta get this ollie down. Like, is there like
I
moves?
mean, well, I mean, I can't speak from experience because I'm not a fighter, but I've heard like, I've seen like interviews, things like that, where somebody's like, man, I seen him do this.
Dude, for
So
sure.
I got like, man, like how did he do that? You know, and then you go and it's like kind of like a, just like any other sport, you watch film.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? And I'm sure in a way, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to answer for you.
No, you're good. It's true because, like, dude, especially with jiu-jitsu, like, jiu-jitsu has changed a lot. So, like, dudes are inverting, like, putting themselves in north-south. Like, some stuff, like, I wouldn't even try in a fight because I feel like I'm going to get smashed out.
You mean like trying for the first time? Like, just even after you practiced?
Like, even after practice, like,
Okay.
I wouldn't try that in a fight just because it's going to put you in a bad spot. But there are some, like, jiu-jitsu is ever-changing to me because they've come up with new positions and, like, new, like, different armbar variations. And it's like, okay, well, that's pretty slick, you know? But striking-wise, dude, you pretty much know, like, how to, once you're at a pro level, like, you know how to punch and kick and do the right movements, but then it's just about working with a higher level to get better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but I would say, yeah, the game still is changing for sure, and I don't think it's ever gonna stop changing. So, always something to learn.
Yeah, I mean that the cover picture for the flyer for this podcast, you just doing like a super like high kick. I mean, he's like almost at the dude's head. Like, man, he threw a high kick.
Yeah,
Chin high.
Chin high, right?
Sweet chin music.
Yeah, man. I was also thinking too, just the parallel, because most of the things that we do on StreamSpace is music based, right? And then there's a lot of hip hop, But I was just thinking of the parallel between being a fighter and being like a hip hop artist. I thought there was like a lot of parallels, where you got the fighter and you got the rap artist. Seems like a one man band, but that rap artist has his team, and the boxer has his team. When you're on the stage, it's kind of you out there, just like when you're in a fight or when you're in the ring, it's like, or the octagon, it's you out there. So I don't know. I just was just thinking about that parallel. I think there's something that both could learn, from paying attention to both kind of paths,
Absolutely. I don't know much about being a hip hop artist, but I'm sure they've got.
You got some bars in you.
No, dude, we ain't gonna do that.
Vinny got some bars. I know Vinny got bars.
But I don't know the ins and outs of that, but I'm sure there's producers, there's beat makers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, for us, it's, you got your coaches, your teammates, traveling with said teammates and
right.
figuring out options of where we should cross train here, cross train there, or stay at home this camp. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to.
I think that is a good parallel there, Willis, with the because you have like your camp, your team, your boys. Like when you're a rapper, you're the one on stage. It's you. You might have your DJ with you, whatever. But when you're in the studio, what do the best of the best rappers say? They rap the best when there's other good rappers in the room.
Right.
They push each other. They drive each other. They encourage each other, etc.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what probably a good fighting camp does.
Yeah. And then also studying, the greats, whether somebody's studying Biggie or Tupac or Eminem or whoever you feel is the great, you mentioned, people like Ali and, other fighters that you look up to.
Yeah.
Do you have like a top MMA fighter or like even a boxer? Because I'm sure a boxer and a fighter is still kind of in the world. Like, what's your top three fighters?
Top three fighters right now or ever? Ever.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, man.
Would you prefer to do five instead of three?
I say answer both.
Yeah.
Top current three and all time.
All
Maybe
time.
if you want to do current first, to give yourself some time to think about all time.
All time is tough. Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
It don't have to be definitive.
Now I feel like an a-hole because, like, if I don't say
You
my
leave somebody
coach and my teammates, like, so
They already get an honorable mention for sure.
Yeah.
So I have to put my coach and my teammates above everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So but if we're talking like UFC guys that have been above everybody else and like look down on the rest of the MMA world, like, dude, I always loved Matt Hughes growing up. Georgia St. Pierre. And for top 3, man, Matt Hughes, GSP. Tito. I like Tito.
Okay.
Nice.
And those are all MMA fighters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz.
Matt
Yeah,
Hughes,
that's respectable.
Georgia St. Pierre. Those would be the 3.
Okay.
Dude, if you notice, I don't know if anybody's caught on to this. If I come out sometimes to a fight and I'm feeling it, I'll do the little movement.
Yeah.
That's a la Tito Ortiz. So like, I don't know if anybody's ever caught on to that or
That's one of your guys though.
Yeah, and
It's the homage.
hopefully I talk a little bit better than Tito though.
That's what's up though. Okay, so that's the current list. All those fighters are still current?
That's
Or is that the all-time?
of right now, like current game, like favorite fighter hands down in the UFC would be Bryce Mitchell.
Okay.
Bryce Mitchell is,
He's the man?
yeah, he's the man.
Okay.
I like Bryce. Last fight didn't go so well, but Bryce would be my dude.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's that all-time list though? Or was that
the top 3? Like
that was the
top
all-time.
3, but
Gotcha.
I could rattle off so many more.
No, I'm
I
sure.
watched back in the day, like, and I gotta put this out there. Like UFC is huge right now, but I don't know how long you guys have watched MMA, but I miss Pride a lot. I miss Pride Fighting Championships a lot because that was fun to watch. Based over in Japan.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And just to clarify, MMA and UFC are 2 different things, right? Like MMA is the sport.
UFC is the top level of MMA.
Got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the NBA.
Right.
Right,
There's basketball and there's the NBA.
Right.
So like the UFC is just like they pay the most money. I feel like.
So there's other leagues. Like what could you name a few other leagues that's like UFC but not as big? Like there's other leagues, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
other leagues. Strikeforce? Honestly, everybody always Bellator. I don't know if
Yes.
Bellator.
Okay. I'm
Bellator,
into
yeah.
Bellator, yeah. That might be for me. I mean, I'm on the outside. I very surface level, MMA, but Bellator, I see that all the time.
Yeah, Bellator was a big one, and LFA is kind of like I don't know how you would coin it, but like basically you get the LFA, and then like the eyes are on you. You know what I mean, for the UFC.
Right.
So LFA would be one, and yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, for sure though. I'm
There's
sure.
actually, just get online and type in MMA, and you're gonna come up with like a list of all kinds of different fight promotions, and then
Yeah,
you'll-
even like the Cage Thunder promotion.
yeah,
Right.
like
like
even
it's
Cage Thunder,
all the way from there's
Top to
ground
bottom,
level
yeah.
up. Like
Now, are you shooting for one right now? Like, is the goal like UFC? Is the goal like Bellator? Like, what does that look like as a fighter in terms of like the fights that come up? I know you want to shoot for a good record, right? But what's that look like for a fighter in terms of like what you're shooting for? In basketball, you want the finals, right? You want the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, what's that kind of goal as a fighter?
the goal is to just put yourself in a position to do the best at the right time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if the end game for me is do everything right, put yourself in the best position to succeed, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm 32. I only got so long left to do it. You know what I mean? So, like,
right.
just put yourself in the right spots to succeed, and let the cookie crumble how it does. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's aside from the fighting, let's go a little bit into your just your hobbies. When you're not focused on the octagon, what else you get into?
Well, I have a son.
Okay.
So that comes first.
Maybe before the octagon.
Well,
if you get crying, you gotta.
True. So he definitely comes first, and then it's fighting. But like,
Yeah.
that's most of my time is fighting, family, and then
Fighting with him.
yeah, man, keeping him in control, and then probably cards.
Yeah.
But he knows I'm on whatnot.
Collectibles, baby.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. What going back to young Nate, not fighting but collectibles. What was that like for you? What some of your top collectibles? Over the years.
Started out baseball cards because that's what I wanted to be a Cleveland Indian. Whenever,
yeah, okay.
And I said it, Cleveland Indian.
Go try.
That's right. Never wanted to be a Guardian.
So I started in baseball cards.
We too old to be guardians.
We are way too old to be a Guardian. we all right there in the same bracket. So yeah, if we were to be anything, we want to be an Indian for sure.
So baseball cards, and then it went to comics, and then trading cards, like anime trading cards, and well, records fit in there too. So like, I was looking at all your records you got in here. As Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, right?
Yeah.
Do you check the record section on Whatnot? Is there any, or do you not really do the records on there?
I don't really do the records.
There is a following for it though.
I that's why I brought it up, because I when he first started getting on there, I kind of went on there and was just kind of browsing just overall. I'm like, yo, it's people selling Jordans on here and all type of stuff.
Anything you can think.
It's a crazy site for real. So
anything. Records, I used to just go, like I said earlier, I'd go to flea market or an auction or something. You can't do it now because it's like shows like American Pickers, or hopefully I don't get y'all canceled or nothing with saying them, but but they're out, and they've watered everything down essentially, because everybody knows. So now everybody has a $2 album, and they're like, give me $10. Right. And I'm like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
You said the cards and the comics.
Right. So when you said you were into the baseball cards first, and then transitioned to like the anime type stuff, Dragon Ball, etc. Yeah. Were you into watching Dragon Ball and stuff like that while you were into baseball, or or did you kind of transition out of sports and things like that and get into the mangas and etc.?
I grew up watching anime, so
it was all from the beginning. Yeah.
So it was Dragon Ball is always number one, and then you had old Toonami, so it would be like Reboot, Sailor Moon, which I didn't watch Sailor Moon. My brother did. Whatever. Then, dude, I can't even remember all the ones that were on Toonami, but I knew like Dragon Ball had to be the one. So. Yeah, that's why you'll see me on Whatnot all the time.
Speaking of that,
what's going on with the chat over there? What's going on, chat?
There was all kinds of people popping in and out.
Yeah.
We had, there were some people talking to us, but I wasn't paying no attention. Sorry, chat.
What's going on, chat?
But yeah, Bless was up in there. Shout out to Bless. Shout out to Randy. What up, Randy?
Yeah.
Donnie boy.
Got some people over here in the
Austin.
Shout out to Edgar. Out here. Jessica Burns, we out here.
Hey.
Yeah. On a Saturday.
Yo, what up, Edgar?
On a Saturday.
What up,
Saturday
Burns?
Afternoon.
Yo, that's the those are Whatnot homies anyway. If they weren't on the YouTube, they'd probably be in here.
What's good, y'all? What's going on, Jessica? We out here.
But yeah, last minute, he's like, why don't you go live on Whatnot? So threw the tablet up for you guys on YouTube. We got Whatnot going on over here, and we got YouTube going on over here. But kind of a different thing for the Whatnot. Yo, what up, straight up?
Yeah, hey, but this is dope though. Little cross promotion, little collaboration.
Because I mean, it's like you said, and I mean you can go even as extreme as saying like, shout out to the homie Crazy 8 the Great, who's like right there in the big dude, looks like a fighter, but is a killer rapper, and he literally wears Saiyan armor when he raps. And he raps about Venom and fucking Dragon Ball and all that stuff too. So just that crossover of like, maybe not all the music fans are into fighting, but maybe some of them there's going to be something that scratches your nostalgia itch.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's, whatever it is. And that's why, shout out StreamSpace, y'all. Get hit. Watch the videos. Because, I mean, from artists to, all kinds of artists. From artists in the ring, artists on the mic, artists on the paintbrush, everything.
Yeah. That's what, and aside from if you're into music or you're a fighter, I think people can always relate to the journey. They can relate to somebody having a goal or a craft that they're into and trying to get better, trying to put themselves out there and go for the win, whether that's like a a win in the ring, you know, a hit record, you know, a dope song, you know, a painting that's fire, you know. We all shooting for the win and trying to just get better. So, you know, me as a producer, I'm always trying to get better at making beats, you know. I'm trying to sell that big, you know, that record or have a big record, you know, so we can all, like, you know, just relate to kind of fighting for our craft.
And I feel like people that love stuff also love supporting people who love what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
And
just
like,
not getting kicked in the head.
right. Well, yeah.
So I'm not trying to diminish your fighting because your fighting is, you know, you're really
you're
fighting.
saying it opposite of diminishing. I feel like you're saying like you got to be to love that, to not only love it but to pursue it is next level like commitment and love for something.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much I love collecting comic books, they will never kick me in the teeth.
Right.
Financially, maybe, but never physically.
I feel like we're talking this into existence, man. I got to worry about getting kicked in the head extra next
Oh
fight.
no. You're gonna do the kicking.
Well,
in the
that's
head.
the other guy is just as worried about getting kicked in the head too.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. And I had such a great time at the you know, seeing a fight live. Cause I'm saying that with boxing, like I gotta go see a fight live.
Yeah, that was anybody listening to this that hasn't gone to a fight that's interested in going to a fight,
Do that shit.
go to a fight.
Do that shit.
We're going to a hockey game after this, actually.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
Bro, there was some good fights yesterday. There were some good ones. Like
Are they playing the same team?
Tonight they probably are. We
Yeah,
lost. We lost yesterday.
Oh, baby.
So, the last time we lost and then played the same team the night after, crushed them
Matt,
with a
Was
vengeance.
there more fights?
Yes.
Yeah. There's always because they're thinking about who they want to fight already. They're sitting in the locker room thinking about who they want to fight right now.
Yes.
That's like
yes.
the old joke. I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out.
I mean, even going to that, because before, you know, I played drums with the Cavs, and they got us playing at the hockey games now, right? So before that, I never was really into hockey. You know, we always got free tickets. I might have went to a game, but like, and I'm not saying I watch hockey on my off days or my downtime, because I don't, but I do have a newfound respect for them as like athletes, because they are no bums. You know, like from the outside, it just seems like just sliding around and like, no.
They move. I mean, they are moving faster than any other of the big four sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That when they're crashing into each other and shoving each other into
dude, I like hockey.
plexiglass.
Most of them dudes are missing teeth and
It's-
little gnarly looking.
it's-
Like,
oh, yeah.
Makes
it's
me
real-
feel a little bit better about my like cauliflower ear, chopped up beard, crooked glasses. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
I can identify with these
There's
guys. We're good.
there's nothing better than when you're
That's a
watching
sign of a badass.
when you watch the playoff hockey and they show the pictures of the players at the bottom and they're all
Right.
missing 3 teeth, black eye, and, you know, and they're happy to be there.
But they're all like ripped, like they all their thighs look like fucking tree trunks, like running backs, like they're fucking
crazy.
huge athletes, like they're all like fucking 6'2", 6'3", like they're big motherfuckers for real. They are though, and I didn't really realize that because I don't know what perception I had of hockey. You know, I mean, I guess ice skating, you just, you know, but no, hockey players like
No, it ain't.
that shit's fire. It's a fun sport to watch.
Yeah.
When it's
forward to
live,
it.
if you don't know all the rules and like the formation rules and stuff, it's kind of hard to watch on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're there in person, it's just all happening so fast. Like if you can follow the puck, it's fucking fun.
Yeah, and the atmosphere is dope too. The fans are crazy. You know, even going back to like the fight, the atmosphere there was fire. You know, we walked in. I'm like, yo, it's hella people out here. It's people cheering. Like, not that I didn't think that. I didn't know what I was going to expect, but you see the ring, and it was kind of like far off, and the lights was on the ring. I'm like, oh shit, it's crazy.
It can get loud, man. You always know, like when you're in the back, it's funny because you always know, like A, when a fight ends, and you know B, whenever something big happens, because you always hear oh, or you hear a boom, and then you're like, oh, somebody just got boomed. You know what I mean? So like you can hear everything in the back, and you're just like, okay.
What song did you come out to last time?
What did I come out to?
I was trying to think too. I was trying to.
Outlaws and Outsiders by Corey Marks.
Okay. Now is that your go-to, or that was just that fight?
It worked the last fight, so I came out of it with this fight. So I was like, you know what? Until it doesn't work, I'll rock it, and then so I'll probably pick a new one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Have you ever thought of doing any like not shenanigans, but like anything extra, like a costume or a hat or a
No, because I'm
a
just
rock'em sock'em robot, maybe.
There you go.
pick up. It would work, but no, I haven't really done that.
Yeah.
Just because, dude, by the time you get there and you get to the curtain, your nerves are going. You know, what I mean,
You're not trying to think
everything's
about
running through your head.
dressing up like a lion before you go out there.
Right.
Like, fuck.
And then I got more stuff I got to take off, and
Right.
they're sitting there waiting on you, and people are yelling at
And
you
then
to
if
hurry
it doesn't
up.
go your way, you just look
Yeah.
even more like a.
Mm-hmm.
Douche.
That's the way I look at it. When it's some big elaborate entrance thing, I'm watching the guy. I'm going, man, this guy better win.
Right.
Like you
Yeah.
went through all this extra,
Yeah.
You got, you know, dudes carrying you out on a chair. You know what I mean, or whatever it is. It's like, bro, you better win.
Yeah. I've seen some. We've all seen it. That just crazy walking, and we've seen that person lose too. That's
Yeah.
very like you come in on a chair and you get carted out. Like,
on a bed on a stretcher.
I need them at least carrying me back out on that chair. Just put my body back on there, carry me out. Like, okay, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't do the whole. I'm a very quiet person for the most part. So
Yeah.
like coming out here and doing this interview, like I didn't really think of doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like it's the same way with fighting because, like I said, there's so many nerves. I just want to get in there and get it done. Like some guys take their time walking to the ring, dance, and do this. And, nah, dude, I'm head straight to the straight to the cage, man.
Let's get
Like,
straight to business.
Business.
Yep, get straight to business. That's what's up though. You looking for any new card right now? Is there any card on your radar? What's hot right now?
like collecting cards.
Yeah.
See, I had to ask because like sometimes they say like
A fighting card.
a fight card. So like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Mhm.
dude, I don't know. I'm a big collector of Vegeta, man. So like
Mhm.
any Vegeta that I ain't got, I'm gonna be looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm very impulsive. I guess
did you
and that's
get
a terrible app to be on, but it's a great app. So I'm not knocking it. It's just terrible for me because I'm very impulsive and
Did
I
you
see
get
things.
there was somebody that was it Tyne maybe had a cereal for you. Somebody had the Donnie. Donnie had one for you that you said you were gonna pick up. Did you pick that up the other night?
Not yet.
Not yet.
need
Yeah, I
to.
know you had your eye on that one.
Dude, I'm very.
Was that that was a Gogeta SSB Gogeta? I can't remember.
I can't remember. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm,
Too many
I'm so
cards.
impulsive. Like, I'll be
Too
on
many
there.
cards.
It's just like,
Right.
You guys know how it is.
Yeah. Is there a pack that's out right now? Like, is it like Pokemon where there's like a specific pack
A specific set, you mean?
or a set? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the set right now in Dragon Ball?
Oh, I mean, there's so many different kinds. It's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
hard to say.
Mhm.
I mean,
what did I get say?
we got a bunch of different stuff.
You got something
What
over
do
here
you-
for 'em?
I mean, we got some different stuff. Here's one. Here's a more recent one actually. That's pretty cool. This is from the most recent premium collection.
Ooh, and
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice little promo.
Yep, in the pristine, no less.
Nice. That's pretty sick. The people on theirs maybe explain to what.
Oh yeah, that well.
you know what I
Take
mean.
a-
Everybody
take
on
a
there
peek at them
knows.
real quick.
Y'all know what a pristine 10 is, but for anybody
I
on
don't know.
YouTube listening, a pristine 10 is the highest rating you can get. So there's nothing wrong with this card. No scratches, no scuffs. The corners are perfect. The edges are perfect. The centering of the art is perfect. And yeah, you got something like that.
In the plastic, in the case.
Yep.
And it's a 10.
But yeah, for anybody that cares, man, if you guys want to, even if you aren't interested in getting anything, you just want to come check some stuff out, see what we got going on Whatnot. There's an app called Whatnot, if you haven't heard about it. Actually, I will give you a link if you could add it into the description after the fact, because this video will stay up. There'll be a link in the description that'll get you $15 off your first purchase if you're new to Whatnot. So if you want to come check it out, hang out with us, talk comic books, cards, retro games. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff, toys,
Yeah.
from graded stuff to, you know, some people come in, they'll buy like a box of cards like this, open it up, rip all the packs. We got a great community, like our community's popping off right now over here. Shout out to all the homies on Whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a good time. The StreamSpace is down here, and that's what we do upstairs. So if you feel so inclined, come say hi.
Definitely tap in for sure. All the collector nostalgia that you need is all right there. Merch got merch. Yeah. What's your Instagram again?
I'm at Merch Guy Merch on everything.
Mhm.
YouTube, as well as Instagram. We do most of our streaming on Whatnot, but yeah, reach out to me. You know, Facebook, all that stuff. Just Merch Guy Merch.
Merch got merch.
Yep.
Yeah. And what's your Instagram?
Nate Davies 91.
That's right.
Yep. And then that would be that. And if you see me on Whatnot app, it's Vegeta for the win 91. So
Vegeta for the win.
yeah.
You said that's your favorite character.
Yeah.
Vegeta.
Absolutely. He's the most one you can identify with, I think. I always put Vegeta as like when you're a kid, you grow up loving Goku.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
right.
it's the go-to character. Like every kid likes SpongeBob until you get older and like you're like, oh, I guess Squidward's point a little bit. That's kind of annoying. So like that's kind of how Vegeta is in Dragon Ball to me. Like every kid grows up loving the perfect Goku, but
yeah,
we're all Vegeta.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fire.
I could feel that.
Yeah, that's fire. And who is that right here?
That's Goku.
That's Goku. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah,
now I gotta get a Vegeta. I'm new. I mean, I've always been aware of Dragon Ball, and I've always seen like things here. You
were watching it though, but there's a lot to take in. When I found out he was watching it, and he started like with Dragon Ball. So like, if you're gonna watch from the beginning before you even get to Z, it's like there's so much to watch, and then you get to Z, and then the movie. If you count all the movies too, it's like it's a lot to watch.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of characters.
I went through the first like whole Dragon Ball like I don't know like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like I was on that heavy. I need to get back into it because I kind of took a break because it was kind of heavy. Like it consumed everything. I wasn't making beats. If I wasn't doing work, StreamSpace or some music, like I was
watching Dragon Ball.
I was on that shit.
I've done it, man. Like
it's awesome.
No, it was fire.
You get like you watch anime and like if it's an anime you're into, like dude, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna just binge watch it. And some of these you have to, like my girlfriend, she's into One Piece. Dude, there's like 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
Yeah, over
like I don't know that I got time for that in my life. It's
a lot.
1,000 episodes, man.
Yeah.
But
that's why I can't go back and watch no Game of Thrones or no shit like that. I'm just behind.
There's gotta be if you count all the Dragon Ball, there's gotta be way more than 1,000. If you count like all the GT, like everything,
maybe,
all the movies.
Maybe it just doesn't seem like that because I started whenever I was young. So like
you've
already watched it, and
you've had Summit.
Yeah.
Now, when you're looking at like when you want to start something from ground zero and there's 1,000 episodes, you're like, oh my gosh, you're staying at the bottom of the mountain.
That's how I feel right now about Dragon Ball. Like I've only gotten past Dragon Ball.
Well, we were talking. I knew he was watching Dragon Ball nonstop for weeks, and then we started talking about it. He didn't even know who Broly was yet. I'm like, oh shit, like man, you still got a lot to do.
She just said in the chat she's on episode 657.
Yeah, 657.
657.
So she's, you're well over halfway. You're getting there.
Right. That's what's up. I got to get back on Dragon Ball now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on Z is the right after Dragon Ball, right? That's what I'm on. Yeah, I think I'm on the beginning of Z.
Well, there's a handful of Dragon Ball movies though.
Okay.
Too, like before Z started, there's a couple movies, and then once Z started, there's a whole bunch. Like the Broly movies, like one of my favorites. Like I just love that. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It's such a good one. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but just off the top of the head.
Yeah, off the top of the head for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's been fire.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, man.
It's been fire.
I'm glad you came up. For anybody that doesn't know, I guess we kind of brushed over it, but we met through the cards collectibles stuff. Derek and I have known each other for a long, long time. Savage and I, and it all just kind of came together. We went and saw the fight. Now friendships are blossoming through common interests, which is freaking awesome.
I'm ready for the next fight, man. I'm there.
Right? We'll be there. We'll be there. Shout out to the homie Bill. Shout out to the homie Sparks.
They'll be there too.
I know Bill be there. He had a great time. Bill
was
going off,
he
bro.
was turbo.
he was come on, Nate. The whole time, bro, he was cheering you on. Like,
You probably couldn't hear anything.
I mean, we were cheering you on, but
No,
if you heard your name being yelled at all, it was Bill. He was hollering
Yeah, he
for
was,
you,
though.
bro.
dude, when you're in there, like you gotta
yeah,
focus
I'm
so
sure
hard,
it's
and you
tunnel everything.
over time you learn to pick up your coach's voice over everybody. So like that's the main voice you're trying to pick out for everything. I have my head coach Andrew, and I can hear him normally, but it's always easy to pick up Ben White, who's also my coach, because he's just a bigger dude. Go on, let's go. He's got that big booming voice, and you're like, oh, okay.
that bass resonates with you, yeah.
Now, do they kind of sit off? Because there was one dude I was watching, dude. His dude was just like damn near in the cage with him. I'm like, he's like right there on the cage just yelling. Or do your guys kind of sit back a little bit?
You have designated areas,
areas?
for corners.
I
Yeah.
swear, man, this one dude I was watching, he had me breaking the rules or something. He was going hard for his fighter. I feel it though.
Yeah, it's intense, dude. So I understand, but yeah, you're supposed to stay in your chair and mind your P's and Q's, and
I'm like, man, my dude is in there fighting for his life. I gotta get active like him.
Yeah, I mean, you be seeing the coaches like getting up on the cage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some more so than others, but they're certainly not always sitting down. I guess it's probably one of those just like unwritten rules. Like you're supposed to keep your composure, but they let them slide a little bit because it's like your guy really is fighting for his life. So like, it's understandable. You might get a little excited.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up though, man. But yeah, it's been fire. You know, you part of the StreamSpace family now. You already a part of the Merch Got Merch and the Whatnot family. You know, you just picked up another family. You know, hopefully we get some more people to come out to the next fight for sure.
heck yeah, that'd be awesome. Any support is always appreciated.
Oh,
so,
dude, we'll
absolutely.
we'll have at least have a half a row again like we did.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? We'll be out there.
I was showing people pictures and they thought I took a trip to Vegas and came back. They didn't realize it was right. I'm like, bro, this is in Canton.
Shout out Canton, Ohio, 330, baby.
330 for sure.
Right up the road.
Yeah. Well, you got any last words you want to say? Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Nah, man, just thanks for tuning in and
Yeah.
seeing what all was I had to say. Like, I don't venture out to talk that much, so
yeah. Hey, we got you in the land, man. Like I said, we're gonna go to this hockey game later. Hopefully they can catch a W. You know,
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cleveland Monsters, baby.
Yeah.
They're first in their division.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they're holding it down this year.
Yeah.
First hockey game.
Come on, let's have 2015 all over again. Let's see that Calder Cup, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. You said today's gonna be your first hockey game ever?
First hockey game.
Oh,
ever.
let's go.
Yes. First podcast and first hockey game.
Right. So
Yeah.
He's out here in the land,
what
baby.
kind of food you ain't ever eat before. We're gonna get you some alligator tails or something. First day he had alligator too. I know Cleveland don't eat no alligator from Cleveland. Let me tell you this right now.
I don't know where that alligator came from, but it ain't something you want.
No way.
Fresh alligator, that's a lie.
That is a lie.
I didn't know they had that at the West Side Market.
No. If the West Side Market is selling alligator, get out of there. That's funny,
It's
though.
time to go.
It's time to go.
Once you've passed the alligator booth, it's time to go. That guy's in the back. You gotta get out of here.
Oh, man. But yeah, this is StreamSpace. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow both these guys up here. Follow Nate for sure. He's got more to come in the octagon, in the ring. Make sure you follow Merch Got Merch.
Yep.
He's live damn near every day.
We will be live after the hockey game too, y'all. Me and this man, we're gonna be opening some cards. So come by, say hi. We'll be on Whatnot. We're gonna have this guy come say hi. Who knows? Maybe I'll make him play a beat or two for you.
I might play a few beats.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Hey, this has been fire. Quick plug, last minute. March 22nd, StreamSpace is having our 2-year anniversary event.
Let's
it's gonna
go.
Be a good time. It's at Lounges. We got all just follow the page. All the tickets and all that information is on there. But March 22nd, save the date. It's going to be fire. 2 years of StreamSpace, man.
That's
it.
a big
How
deal.
long?
I love it.
You kind of like almost creeping on 2 years for the Merch Got Merch. You got
on Whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
coming on 2 years.
Already.
Yep.
Wow.
It'll be it'll be 2 years in like September.
Okay.
So coming on a year and a half.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I remember like when we got started with StreamSpace, it was like you said, probably like I guess 4 or 5 months after you really started gearing up with that, and
Right.
yeah, we've
One
been at
thing
it.
led to another. You know, it's just that's the thing when you start doing something that you just like doing, and then it starts to pan out, and you're like, oh wow, well, this could be worth my time. You know, this could be worth my time, and we're having fun, and we're making friends, and we're living life, baby.
We living life, baby. Hey, eventually we gonna do these streams, and we coming from a yacht. You know, they got to get hip now, because next time you gonna see us, we gonna be. I'm gonna have a cigar.
When Willis was still in the band, bro. I told him what I tell him. One day y'all ain't gonna see me nowhere. I'm gonna be doing my job from a boat.
I've been telling him for a decade.
Yeah, I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat, you know, and we're getting closer to the boat every day. You know, I know for us and for you, you know, all this success, if you want to call it, you know, is because of the people. You got fire people on your stream right now. There's a bunch of fire people that's tapped in and locked in with StreamSpace. So, you know, I love the people out here, man.
Shout out to Bless for the
Shout
tip.
them out.
What up? Hey, everybody go follow my homegirl Fun Size Bless.
Fun Size Bless.
Instagram, whatnot.
She's always
Fun
saying
Size
that.
Bless.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. It's
Much
Saturday.
love.
We ain't going to hold you.
Yo,
We're on our
what
way
up,
to the
Allie?
hockey game. And
I gotta see a fight at the hockey game.
there was some yesterday, so, and like I said, we lost, so they're gonna come out scrapping.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
somebody's fighting somebody today.
It
The
was funny
referees
'cause
are going to be on their toes though, so they better be. If it's not warranted, they're going to stop them. But we'll get to that.
the one that I'm talking about, they let it, like they were just letting them go. I'm like, man, you're gonna have to call Nate Davies out here,
Like, bro, how are you gonna step in between these two dudes swinging? They got razors on their feet.
bro. If our side get in a fight and they not doing good, I'm gonna tap you in there.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not no fighter by any means, but I would look like a fool if I was trying to fight somebody on ice. I'm telling you right now.
Man,
We've
That's
all
crazy.
seen Cleveland winners, though, man. I ain't walking on ice for nothing. So, like,
yeah, no.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Cleveland gonna get the dub today.
No, we got it today. Let's go, Cleveland. But hey, we appreciate y'all. Tune in, tap in. Other than that, we up out of here. Peace.
Later.